Good morning. Dog has a stick. It's a happy dog. It's a big stick. My camera film, my camera abilities are somewhat limited. Trying to walk and film a dog playing with an enormous stick. Yeah, you got that stick. Oh boy. Come on. So today is Friday. All day long. Oh boy, that's going to be good. He's got the leash wrapped up in the stick now. Yes, you have a stick. Oh, so happy he has a stick. He has no idea what he's going to do with it, but he's got it, and it's fighting back, buddy. It's fighting back. Let's go. What's going on? Oh, you wrestled it out? He's still got help. Okay, we're good. Where are you going? Where are you going? The stick is guiding him. Yes. Oh no. Okay. All right. We need to fix this before we continue, so we can. All right. We got the stick. We're good. Okay. So this is going to make it hard to concentrate much on the talking portion of this. Yes, so more lies have come out with the Freeman thing. It is turning into a pattern. I was always wondering, it was always amazing to me how things were going. Oh boy, he's going to beat the other dog up with a stick. This is not good. It was always amazing to me. I was always wondering why all these bad things were happening to Bao. I was like, man, I mean, this all seems terrible. But you'd ask some clarifying questions, as Mr. Freeman likes to do, and you wouldn't get back any responses. You could be like, hey, how did Bao get that habeas corpus done? I've got people saying, well, I've been in jails where I was only allowed 3 pieces of paper. I don't know if you saw that habeas corpus, but that was quite a bit more. That was like 40 pieces of paper. I can't imagine terrible much what how many pieces of paper the DA would have needed to give Bao. Being beat across the legs with a stick. Lovely. Thank you. Yes, sharing the stick. Anyway. So I have people now trying to defend the liars. They were lied to. They were told lies in order to gain their sympathy and to get them to support the ideology and the pocketbooks of these guys. Ow, ow, ow. Yes, thank you, ow, for the stick. Oh, Christ. Things we do for love, right? So we were lied to, or you were lied to, I guess. I wasn't really his target demographic. And now that his lie has been exposed, you're defending him because I'm a bad guy, because I pointed out the lie. In order to break, there's a lot of layers to this onion, and you got to peel them all before you can really get to the heart of the matter. Was Bao in a bad position? Yes, he was. Was he in a bad position because of what he did? Yes, it was his actions that led to everything. Bao had the money for the bail. Bao chose to not sign the paperwork that would have allowed him to be free. If you're not in jail, you have access to a computer so that the DA can actually give you the videos that he's going to use. And you could watch the videos and make your notes at home. Bao chose to not sign the bail agreement, the bond agreement, I should say. He chose to do that. That's his fault. That's his problem. That's his failure. I know he didn't like it. He didn't like the conditions. Well, that's tough. I mean, you buy a house, you sign a mortgage agreement. You might not like all the little caveats in it, but you sign it because you want the house. If you don't want the house, you don't sign it. If you don't sign it and you don't get the house, you can't complain that you didn't get a house. It was unfair. So Bao could have had complete access to discovery in the comfort of his own home with he's still got this goddamn stick. Don't beat me with the stick as you go by. All right. He could have been at home doing this. He had an attorney. He fired his attorney, and he decided that the attorney fees would be better spent on his commissary or his phone bill, or to pay bows or gunners. Gunners admitted that he's just using the donations at this point for his rent and food and stuff. So you guys are paying to support Gunner now. You're not sending. It's not. Yeah. Anyway, at least the truth is coming out, so that's good. So yeah, he made all these decisions, and if you're trying to, it's one thing to say that you don't like the way the system is, and I understand that, and that's a valid position to take. You are more than welcome to say you don't like the way the system is. You think it's broken. You know, I personally think that the bail system that we have in the U.S. is broken. I think that because bail bondsmen exist, and courts know they exist, and courts know that people are going to pay a bail bondsman 10%, and the bail bondsman gets to keep that 10%. So the courts fix the bond at an amount where 10% of the bond would be, they know that's what the suspect or defendant is going to be paying. But unlike if they outlawed bail and they required people to pay the bond personally, then they could set the bond at a reasonable amount. And then if the defendant showed up and, was a good boy, then the defendant would get that money back. I see DFW Boxing is back. He goes over constantly how these guys, they beg for bail money or bond money, and then they never return it when it's over. But they don't get back if they're actually getting bailed out. They're not getting the money they put down back. That's how the bail bondsman makes his money. He's basically getting 10% up front of the money he's loaning you. So yeah, I mean it's a money generating racket for the bail companies. And so anyway, my ramble was that you can agree that the system is broken, and we might not agree on the parts that we should fix, but we can probably all agree that there are parts that if we had our druthers, we personally would fix. My goal in all of this is to help everybody understand how the system works and how not to end up like Bao. I mean, Bao wasn't sunk from the get-go. I mean, he certainly never helped himself out. Yes, he still has a stick. I don't know if we got light enough coming up, but he is a stick-carrying fool. Very proud of that stick. He's very, very proud of that stick. He's been beating me up with it for a while now. Yeah. So Bao wasn't helping himself out by any means, but he wasn't sunk from the get-go. And maybe he didn't have to hire an attorney if he felt like he was going to get convicted anyway, but maybe he could have worked with him and tried to plea bargain down. Or if you wanted to actually fight it on First Amendment grounds, then that's where you get an attorney. That's where you preserve issues for appeal. Anyway, I guess I'm being silly right now, expecting Bao to take anything serious. Although I did see Mr. Freeman agree with me that Bao should get an attorney at this point. So, it's all the baby steps. Gotta be glad, gotta be happy, gotta reward him when they take those baby steps. I wonder how long this stick is gonna last, because he's not bringing it in. Dogs. If he wasn't cute, there'd be real issues. And a raccoon just went down a storm drain over there. Wildlife. At least it wasn't a skunk. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's really it. You're not going to chase anybody with a stick in your mouth, dude. Yeah, that's about it. It's just interesting. It's just interesting to see the people defending the guys who lied to them. But I guess everybody's got their need. Oh, no stick! You lost your stick. He lost his stick. Thank God. All right. Have a wonderful Friday.